can I say? It says the not fucking around crew. That's what that says.
We are live on Hot Topic. Another wonderful week. New intro. I love it. You see the little tweaks I had?
It was good.
A little light up. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully Steve is here because I missed him this week. I haven't heard any shit talking. Nobody's called me a hero all week. New intro. Yep, that is the new intro. That's the official intro. This is a full-time, I guess, team now, right? Would you call it?
Yeah.
Full-time team. Our tech girl is Natalie. She does amazing work. She put that together in a little under a week. All I gave her was some basic ideas, the picture, and that's what she came up with. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Good job.
So let's dive right into this. Our buddy from last week, this guy, he was fired.
Yay.
Sheriff Beaufort County confirmed a deputy caught on camera pulling gun on youth in the neighborhood over the weekend has been fired. Tanner said the former deputy, who identified as William Billy Squires, was terminated on Friday. The sheriff's office also requested the South Carolina Criminal Justice SLED, I think they call him.
Yeah, SLED.
Revoke his state law enforcement. They really didn't. Let's see. Oh, he was DUI too. They suspect he was drinking, drove home, and was DUI on top of it. So there's a little update from last week's show. Here to kick ass, chew bubble. I just spit out my bubble gum. I have a habit. My wife yelled at me one episode. I chewed gum on the episode, and she was like, "You're fucking chomping away the whole episode." The Not Fucking Around crew. Don't forget to get that patch. We have the Not Fucking Around crew patch on www.copvilleog.com. Designed by myself and State Boys, who was the original OG that put up all the videos of the GSP and Jordan Ennis there. Billy Squire. Yeah, sounds like a movie, right?
Billy Squire is a musician.
Yeah, there's a band, right?
Well, I guess it's a guy, but yeah.
But Billy Squire band, was it maybe called the Billy Squire band? My dad, hold on, let's look it up. My dad used to.
My mom and dad used to listen to that shit.
Yeah, I remember going. My dad, Ozzy Osbourne was what I remember most.
Yeah.
Billy Squire, William Houslip Squires, American musician and singer-songwriter. Yep, he was by himself. You can get your updated information here. Massachusetts. Speaking of Massachusetts, speaking of Boston PD, I found out that Boston PD is probably the worst police department in America. You think here's Chicago, you hear NYPD. We played an auditor video. Did you the one you see that video we played with the guy? He's at the back of his car and he's got his trunk open and the black dude walks up and he's like fucking cussing him out. Let me see it. Hold on. Let me go to my Instagram. Oh shit, I can't. Hey Mike, have you sold any of the self-proclaimed hero shirts? Yes. Sal Odradi bought one up in Jersey. Big fan, Sal. Billy Madison pulling up in the high school in the Trans, rocking Trans Am, Billy Squire. Yep. That's why I left Boston Police Academy for the Boston Fire. That was a smart decision. So hold on. Let me see.
There were two guys.
Oh, I know what to do. Hold on.
They worked for us that were Boston PD, and they got some fucking stories, man.
Yes, it's bad. So let me go to YouTube. God damn it. This is not what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna play it. I'll find it in a minute. What basically, so there's this, I got a call. Where's Brent? I did that to him last night on his show. We did a video. Oh, you know what? Fuck Instagram, dude. We're going to end the video on Instagram. If you want to watch if you're on Instagram watching, you got 14 people watching. Go over to YouTube, go to Copville OG YouTube or Counterculture YouTube and watch there. Sorry, you're cut off. All right. Discard video, discard. The anti-hero. Oh boy, that ain't it. All right. Boom. Which one was it? Oh, here we go. All right. So we're going to share screen. Let me stop that real quick. All right. Here we go. There's a professional show here. Professional. Remove. Oh, no. I won't do that. Cancel. Oh, no. We're in real bad shape here. All right.
Fucking fly by night operation.
Here we go. All right. So we're going to go add, share screen. What the fuck is going on? Stop share screen. Share screen. Here we go. All right, so we played this. This is the video I'm talking about on. This is our reel from YouTube or from Instagram. So watch this interaction right here.
Away from me. Don't tell me what the fuck to do ever again in your fucking life. You hear me, motherfucker?
If that cop never
I don't want to hear myself talk.
responded,
But that's the video. That basically he stands at the back of the car. I don't want to hear myself talk. That's a different show. But he basically sits at the back of the car and just cusses this guy out. So when we had the debate about on Antihero was who was right, who was wrong. My position was if the cop just walks away, there's no content.
Yeah.
So you have two options: walk away or say some really slick shit, right?
Yeah.
Boston. So we got a lot of kickback on that, and I basically took the auditor side. Idiotically, without knowing any backstory, I was like, "Oh, the auditor." Well, here's the backstory on the auditor. I got a source up in Boston PD where that auditor was in an altercation with an officer. He was resisting arrest. I'm working on the body cam and all the video to do an episode on it, and he was arrested. The officer was charged with battery, political hijacking, battery, and he has been out of work for 15 months on paid leave. That guy's suing, and now that guy has carte blanche, freedom of reign
to behave that way.
to do that. So that's what so that was the thing. So I talked to this guy, and here's some of the things that are going on Boston PD. One, that. Two, you think union up north, yeah, you think strong unions. The unions are now in bed, like everybody else, they're in bed with the agencies, and they've implemented 23 criminal charges into the union contract that you can be charged with, like just like that. There's no indictments, there's no nothing. The agency can just say you're guilty of battery. On top of it, they've pulled everybody out of the gang unit that had anything to do with any type of police work. They're rotating through, and they're just putting yes men in. So bad that they had an officer, a young officer, shot, took 2 to the chest. Vest stopped it, but obviously there's damage and issues.
Yeah.
The Boston Police Department doctors attempted to say that the blood clots that this kid started having in his heart after being shot were not the result of the gunshot. They were prior and pre-existing.
Yeah.
So this is what these guys are dealing with. And, I kind of run into that thing where I go, well, like we talked about before, like, fuck it, just go to Sandy Springs, go somewhere else. Yeah. It's easier said than done. And I get it. I get it. But imagine now this kid's 21, 22, shot twice, took 2 bullets. To me, he's like we've talked about, he cashed a check. I'd medically retire that kid tomorrow and be like, thank you for your service. You did your 25 years.
Appreciate you, dog. Yeah.
Yep, you did your 20. Well, here's the other thing. I say what you did your 25. You know what Boston's retirement is? 32 years for 80%. 32 years of that liberal cesspool of garbage. So, all right, here's a question. Jordan, what's the patrol rifle setup?
We run Psionics short barrel ARs with dead air suppressors and red dots.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Fancy.
Whoa. We might have a special guest here tonight, too. Me and you talked about it earlier. I'm going to send the email right now. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the guy who wants to come on. I get the email on my thing. Here is one of the statements that this was one of my biggest fans here. Colin is not a fan of Copville. So there's that. And this came from the I found out, did you know when you go on the internet, like some people don't like you? I found out the hard way that you can just be on the internet and people would rather watch their vasectomy video.
You can just be out there, bro. You can just be out there existing.
Yeah, and I get like a lot of these shows, like these people pay and like the Where's Brent stuff. They signed up for that stuff to be Brent and see Brent. And I get when your guy leaves. Problem is, like we talked about, there's no accountability. Guys just run their fucking mouth. And it's like I try to ignore it, and sometimes I get in arguments. All right, here we go. Hey, Mike. Yeah, we already got there. So cocaine, that's why Boston Academy, where we at debate. We're really on the ball tonight. Whoa, who are they, Jordan? Whoa, names who are the Jordan? I don't even know. Can't figure that one out. And I was on 11 Bravo too, but I can't make that one out. Need to come up with Jordan pit maneuver shirt. Yeah, we probably should put that on a shirt. But GSP, GSP went after some people for theirs.
Yeah, you can't. So it's actually a state law. So you're actually not allowed to use the likeness or the Department of Public Safety symbols without their permission.
I'm on it tonight, guys. Just relax. We're getting there. It's my first show, my first live show ever. On Instagram, why did you leave GSP?
I left GSP just because I got sick of it. I was there for a long time, and I stayed there a long time, much longer than I should have. And the thing about GSP is like it's very monotonous. It's the same thing over and over and over again. There's no variety. There's no real things you can do. It's all traffic adjacent, and the culture of working there is not really like the way I wanted to work. And I had trouble going against the grain from the very beginning, and it just got to the point where that I just, like I said, they didn't deserve to have me anymore, and I was
and that's we talk about that, and I don't think it's a. You actually started up north though, right?
Yeah, I started in Pennsylvania. Yeah. I started in Pennsylvania.
So you were, and that's a knock on some guys. This guy's worked at 3 agencies, but in the old days, it was like we talked about my graybeard days. It was a taboo to switch agencies. You were like a criminal, but now it's normal.
And where I'm from, like one, it's incredibly difficult to get a job just because one, the agencies pay very, very well. Two, there's so many of them, and they have fantastic retirements. No one ever leaves. So like again, people are like, oh, he worked for multiple agencies. Well, where I'm from, most of the time you start part time. That's what you start as a part time guy, and you might get a shift a month. So there's guys that literally work for 5 different police departments, but they only might work 3 days a month because they're just kind of filling guys. So that's just kind of what you have to do to get your foot in the door. That's what I had to do.
All right. So I got Tyler sent me the original video. So here's the interaction.
Did I ask you for help?
No, get away from me.
Don't fucking get away from me. Don't tell me no unlawful order. Don't tell me that. I'm a street sidewalk.
Okay.
So what? I'm gonna fuck. Tell me what to do.
Okay, step away.
No, I don't have to. I don't have to. Lock me up for it. Lock me up for it.
Okay, walk that way.
No, I don't have to. I can stay on the sidewalk.
Okay, but please.
No, I don't have to. I don't have no gun on me. You have the gun.
Okay.
So what the fuck you tell me? Don't tell me what the fuck to do ever again in your fucking life. You hear me, motherfucker? Ever tell me what to do? Ever tell me what to do? I tell you what to do. You work for me, asshole. I don't work for you.
Right. I'm doing my
And I'm telling you, don't fucking tell me what to do, motherfucker. Ever tell me what to do. You have a bad day. That's why you wear a fucking vest. He's a fucking pig. Fucking maggot.
How about that?
Guy's aggressive.
Yeah. So again, hold on. God damn it. He's got carte blanche now to run the city of Boston. There's no support from the union. There's no support from the administration. And that sets the precedent. And that to me is right up there with the smack in the face that we talked about last week with the agency I work at. When you set a precedent that type of behavior is okay, you open the door. And like we said, you don't need to dump every dude on their skull and beat the shit out of them. But if you allow that to continue, that there.
Yeah, that situation, like you said, you either one, you know what he is, so just walk away, get in your car and leave. That's what I'm saying. Just walk away, but like appreciate what you do, dog, and just get in your car and off.
That's what,
off you go.
I guess the argument, and Tyler's argument was like, there's sensitive stuff in my trunk, and I get it. If you're in South Florida, that dude's not.
I mean, yeah.
But I didn't know the location.
If you knew where I'm saying, if you know where you work, so that police officer knows where he works.
He knows that guy too. The city of Boston knows.
He knows he's in a tough spot. Yeah. He knows he's got to just put on a smile and say, "See you around, pimp," and just get back in your car and fucking slide.
Is Jordan approachable on shift? Low key, actual legend. I'd love to meet him someday and share a tonic water with him.
Am I approachable on? Yeah,
She's
I'm
gonna,
probably the best guy you want to get pulled over ever. Pulled
unless,
over ever.
unless you're fleeing.
No answer. Well, I'm still going cool with you. I'm still.
Yeah,
You're gonna, listen, man,
you're gonna introduce them to the crew, right?
You're gonna give me. Everyone gives me a really good Yelp review. I have really good Yelp reviews on my arrests. Yeah, I'm invited to a lot of cookouts, man.
I don't know about that. Look who the mayor of Boston is, the Asian super liberal female. She's anti-law enforcement. Yes, they have. Do you know there's not, I asked them, there's no Republicans up there. There's either independent or Democrat. So they all have to vote independent to even get close.
Yeah.
Even close. And, Boston's kind of overlooked. Other than like the marathon bombing and that shootout, you really don't hear much about Boston.
You don't hear much about Boston.
New York gets all the heat.
Yeah.
And Chicago gets all the heat. But holy moly.
Yeah.
Do cops have awards like the military, or is it just a ribbon? Yeah, we get like officer
each agency has different stuff like that. Like I got commendations. I got a Valor Award when I was in GSP for a shooting, and I got commissioner's commendation, stuff like that. They have life-saving awards, things like that, and we have every department has something. If you, generally like some little BFE department, probably not, but
they got them all. I mean, there's like the battle cross and the Purple Heart, like some type of
Purple Heart. Yeah, you take them for the team. You get a Purple Heart. Yeah, stuff like that.
And I don't think there's any. I don't know.
Oh, he was talking about there was Boston cops. He was talking about the Boston cops. That to my department, and no
changing agencies now is like being transport portal. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, he's very friendly. Antagonist. Yep. Dude he knows. What y'all thought on the Boston cop that was in the slide? Oh yeah, remember that video? That cop that comes down the slide and like flies out.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, he's like knocked unconscious. Yeah, I guess that's taking PR to a new level. I mean,
he got fucking rocketed.
There's a lot of videos I'm getting now, or like cops dancing at festival, and I post them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The world is changing so much, and they're calling it like whatever they're calling it. They're calling it some type of community engagement and all that. But I guess if they're wearing their vest and they're prepared, there's no problem with interacting with crowds or doing having a little fun.
Yeah.
It's the one, and that I guess where the difference is you see a cop at a concert. There's one dude that we talked about on Antihero. He jumped on stage in like a punk concert, like unannounced, and just started singing. He was a singer. Yeah. So it was like that kind of engagement, or at a park, and it's not planned out. It's not.
So if you get into here's the thing. Like if it's, first of all, if like you're a good dancer, hey man, I'm not. You can see my stupid ass doing any of that stuff. But like if you take it to where you like are just goofy and you're embarrassing yourself. I mean, like, you're embarrassing yourself for what benefit? You're embarrassing yourself for the community you work in. They don't want you to see you embarrass yourself. Just like I said, just be approachable, talk to everyone. Yeah, don't like it, but like I can't dance for shit. I'm not doing that.
Not me either. Verbal judo, the gentle art persuasion. We remember learning verbal judo.
Verbal judo, yeah.
That went around. That was a hot one.
Yep.
Just to clarify, I was talking about the sidewalk dude. Yeah, the antagonist. Okay, yeah. That dude. Oh, yeah. I think he's saying if that dude came to Sandy Spring or GSP and ran that mouth.
Oh,
those big hat boys would have. Those big hat boys would have had a field day.
Man, the funny has to have something like that.
Oh, yeah. Did you see this one?
Yeah, that was shocking. Yeah.
That's bananas.
Fucking
That's
cowards.
bananas, dude.
Yeah.
But it was a weird call. The fact that dude, like a captain, is on scene going upstairs. Like that whole thing was weird.
Some departments, like I said, man, like some departments are super small. So I mean, like you could, like your agency, if you have 6 people, they all have a rank. You know what I'm saying? So like you can have, like you can get hired on and you can be a major and you've been a cop for like 3 years. Yeah.
Yep. Fun fact: Jordan will tase you in the perp at the same time. Never run in front of him. You're not a big taser guy, are you?
Yeah. No, so that's a fun story. I think I know who that. I think I know who that is. He was one of my buddies from APD. He works with me now. But we were, and the funny thing was, like, I've never been fast. I'm not fast, but he used to ride with me, and we jumped out of a stolen car, and I was in the lead, and I was fucking winning. I was winning, and I'm hawking this dude down, and I pull my taser out. And because he was fast shit, he came sliding by and he ran right in front of me. I fucking dropped him like a fucking sack of concrete. I lit his ass up.
My favorite taser video, my favorite taser story video is, and I wish I could show the video, but I fucking hate everybody in it now, besides my wife. Is my wife was she's in training, and they were doing a training scenario tasing, and the two guys are holding the guy's supposed to be tased, and she fires, and one hits the dude and one misses. So she like cants it, and as she cants it, the dude holding them turns, and she gets both of them.
Nice.
So she tases the guy who's supposed to get the exposure, the dude to the right, and then they both go, and the dude on this side all goes with him. He didn't get tased, but and it just came up my time hop like yesterday as like the 4-year anniversary.
One of my favorite taser videos I ever saw was when that chick gets lit up and she grabs that dude's nuts and just
God, yeah.
They fucking tears his dick off. Yeah.
If you're certified in Florida and want to move to Georgia, is it challenging the state certification? How do you explain that process?
Yeah,
you just take a crossover?
So are you talking about just for going to GSP or for just your general certification?
I would answer both because GSP has their own, right?
Oh yeah. So for GSP, if you go in their lateral program, you go through the core case. So ours for Pennsylvania is called POST, Police Officer Standard Training. You come and they have an equivalency exam, an actual equivalency test exam that you go through, and then you go through your high liability courses. You have to go through post driving, post firearms. There's some core requirements, but no, it's not hard. They have people do it all the time. And if you go through GSP's abbreviated academy, you get all of that in trooper school to go through. So you can either come to Georgia and go and put yourself through the academy and then try and get a job, like for local deputy, whatever, or you can go to trooper school and then be a trooper when you're out. Or you come here and get a job and they'll put you through it, but it's not hard. It's not hard.
And then to go to a PD, it's just a crossover.
Yeah, same thing. Yep. If you get certification, so once you have a certification, you can be anything. You can PD, sheriff's deputy, any of the the investigative offices, GBI, shit like that. Yeah, they can do any of that stuff. Yeah. I
went ahead and married a female cop. That's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. It's awesome. And a firearms instructor and can beat my ass. So
my wife was she was a firefighter. So
here's a good one. He's starting a GoFundMe to get you a microphone. I got an extra cup. We'll have to send you one. I like it. Oh, here we go. Drum roll.
Steve. Hey.
I'm late. What are y'all talking about today? Please don't tell me how Supreme Heroes need more funding.
No, we're talking about the dickhead from North Carolina that got fired, Steve.
Yeah, Steve, you missed it. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Hold on. Oh, damn it. The guy, the Steve, last week we played the guy yelling at the kids, grabbing them, and he was fired. And he's arrested, DUI. You'd be very happy.
Yes.
Self-proclaimed hero.
Yeah.
Steve, we have a Steve. Steve's in the house.
I'm so excited when Steve shows up.
Do tasers actually work less than 10% of the time? I didn't have a problem with the 7. The 10, I've not seen nothing but garbage with this.
We have had zero problems with the 10. The X2 for me, the X2 was trash. I had
missed that one.
So many problems. The X26, that'll woo. Yeah. The X2 was garbage. X7 was cool. The X10 or the Taser 10 that we have now, we have not had any issues with that.
I got issued it, but I was on light duty and then took some stuff and never went back. But and I had the original, the big one.
Yeah, there was an M26 when I started. There was the M26, which was the original. Like there was no pulse, there was nothing. It was like a cattle prod.
My original taser took 4 AA batteries. Yeah. Some guys would buy the rechargeable and it had an Ethernet port on the back and you could plug it in. But it was hilarious because, dude, cop, nobody changed their fucking batteries. They'd be like, get on the ground, pull the taser out, and go. It would like make like 3 little noises and the prongs would like fall out the end and you're like, bro, what are you doing?
That M26, man, if that thing got a hold of you, good.
I took the 7. I took the 7 for a ride. Nobody on my shift would volunteer, and that was one of the fucking dumbest things I ever did.
Yeah.
Only reason I asked if he's approachable is because I have a strange fear that I'm gonna get in a jiu-jitsu lock by walking up to say what's good. Nah, Jordan's nice. As long as you're not running from him.
Oh, we're good.
I have a question. Do you and Jordan know the laws you're enforcing? I'm going to I'm going to buy a Constitution. I want to send it to Steve. I want an autographed copy of the Constitution.
And we can make a deal with Steve, though. We can make a deal with Steve. He can give us something from the Constitution we have to study, but we have to he has to find and recite a positive law enforcement story for that week or something.
He's not going to have one.
No fucking way. No way.
Romans 13-1-2. Romans 13-1-2. The authorities that exist have been established by God. Consequently, whoever rebels against the authority is rebelling against God. Sounds about right. I would have never known it. I read it. Boom. My favorite ride with Jordan has been with Jordan. Is that what he's trying to say? My favorite ride with Jordan.
Yeah,
okay.
I knew that.
Residents are being extorted to pay and train people that are not expected to know the laws they're enforcing. Make that make sense? You know what? I agree with Steve on this one.
We agree with you.
I agree with you more than you think. I agree. Yes,
man.
because I am an advocate for cops knowing the job, studying case law. Dude, your average cop doesn't know the elements of trespassing. One of my biggest things is the trespass warning that they think they can issue people.
Yeah.
You can't just walk up to a human on somebody's property.
You can't come here anymore. That doesn't work.
No, the property owner has to tell the person, or they have to be warned first. And one of the most common dump on the skull, take down fuck ups is, hey man, you're trespassing. Get over here. No, I'm leaving. No, you're not. Get over here. Identify yourself. Well, now you told me I'm trespassing. So now that I know I'm trespassing, I have the opportunity to not be trespassing. You can't just seize me and fucking dump me on my skull. And cops didn't. And every day I still see, we issued a blanket TAW for a neighborhood. Well, you can't, even in a gated community, you cannot restrict somebody from walking in here legally to go door to door. Now you can tell them, hey man, get off my property. Yes. But that's one of the most commonly fucked up laws that somebody's going to pay at some point. They're going to do it. It's usually homeless people or drunks at fucking gas stations that they end up dumping. Yeah. They plead guilty at first appearance and they get 20 days in the county jail. Nothing ever comes of it, but it's going to be a problem at some point. I apologize for all the GSP questions, but FHE pays poorly. Is there unlimited overtime, off-duty gigs, pay raises?
GSP does not pay any overtime. They are a no overtime department.
And on gigs, like side jobs?
No, but you don't get the overtime. You can work side job, or you can work extra jobs, whatever, extra jobs, DJs, whatever you want to call them. But GSP does not pay any overtime. Wow. They are comp time only. But they have, what was the other question? It was comp time, or it was
pay raises.
I mean, every once in a while. I mean,
there's no contract or nothing.
No, man. They're at the whim of the assembly. You'll get a raise. I was there for 12 years, and I think I got maybe 3 raises, maybe.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You got a hat though.
Yeah, you get a hat. You get a hat, and they'll give you a cool card. Yeah. Yeah,
and you get to go fast. Honest question: was someone wearing a thick Carhartt jacket or something? It tastes. Yeah, it's very.
No, not really.
Not
something real thick, like leather jacket, stuff like that. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah.
Do y'all take an oath to the Constitution? I sure do.
Sure do.
Is it true you cannot get a DUI on a horse? That's interesting.
No, you can get a DUI on a horse.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get it on a bike. I've done that.
Yeah, so you cannot get a DUI on an electric motorized wheelchair though. Yeah, horse, fucking lawnmower, bicycle, all that stuff. Yeah.
How can you protect people from the Constitution and liberties if you don't know what they are? Very good point. Chicago PD not respect. Yeah, we covered this on Anti-Hero. There was audio. ICE agents were surrounded in that shooting.
And they were asking for backup.
Yeah, and they called Chicago PD supervisor. Originally said units can respond to the area, stay a little bit further out. Dispatcher reiterated. He got back on the radio and said that the chief of patrol, which is probably like a major, somebody up high, has said we are not helping ICE, disregard and go away.
Yeah,
that's treason, in my opinion. That's treason. I think they should be arrested for a federal crime. And to me, and we know there's no brotherhood, but in the scope of law enforcement, the fact that one badge says federal, one says police or whatever, you're all on the same team at that point.
Yeah.
So as a morally, when that call comes out, that is the time to disregard. And I would disregard and say, I'm willing to lose my job. ICE will probably hire you the next day, but I'm willing to lose my job.
$50,000 pay or bonus, sign-on bonus.
Yeah, I would not. All right, where are we at? Boom. How do you protect liberty? Thank you. I knew about the deal on horseback bicycle lawnmower. Good question. Have y'all seen the video of sovereign citizen getting a chase on Coleman motorcycle in Tennessee or South Carolina? I haven't seen that one.
Coleman motorcycle, no.
You guys might have talked about this before. Have you seen the GSP that drawn down and was revived?
Oh, drowned. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. He flipped. They were in chase. He flipped into a swamp essentially, and this the body cam. He drowned, and it's the body cam from the deputies going and pulling him out and reviving him. Yeah, it's fucking intense, man. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah.
Jesus. All right, I think my assistant. I got an assistant tonight. I think my assistant sent me a video. There we go. Oh, kind of, because it says here, but it won't open. So, didn't work. Assistant. All right, what we got? Self-proclaimed heroes can charge residents with almost anything and get away with it until they F with someone like me. Uh-oh, Steve's getting violent tonight. We don't even know you, Steve. Why won't this open? Get mad. It came through as like a. Here, maybe it's up further. Hold on, I'll find it. Here we go. All right, this is the Chicago PD. This is ICE calling for assistance from Chicago PD.
Oh, look, a cat.
You got a particular hairstyle, just younger, male, Hispanic, on foot, wearing all black? No hairstyle. Okay, so far. And one is for the hit and run. This guy fled from the scene at 37 Police in Kedzie. All first started at I-55 in Kedzie, then they fled southbound at Kedzie, where the offending vehicle crashed. They ran the federal agent off the road.
I mean, that's a serious call. That's not a joke.
No, that's legit. That's legit.
From Kedzie, the male, Hispanic, younger, wearing all black clothing. 90 man?
Yeah, so the goes in that direction. Have them stay put 2 or 3 blocks away, all right? Have them hold tight until I give you further direction, please.
That's the supervisor.
Okay, so for incident units responding to 39th Police in Kedzie per 999, if you guys can just, for the units responding to 39th and Police in Kedzie, if you guys can start heading there as quick as you can, and then just hold tight for instructions with 999.
Sure. 999.
999.
For the chief of patrol, clear everybody up. We're not responding over there.
Radio check. Alright, again, per the chief of patrol, we have all the units that for 999.
There you go. That's treason. If you live out of your RV and get pulled over, can you tell the police they can't arrest you because you're already home?
Yeah. And also making it to your driveway does not count as home base.
No.
You don't get to walk in your house.
When you were in CSU, Jordan, did you feel like Batman, but with the paperwork?
No, not really, because I've done that for so long that I really didn't ever, nothing. It was kind of just every day was just another day. And there's not really a lot of paperwork. Everyone bitches about paperwork. It's very efficient. It's very the longest part about us, for us, is like if we had to take him and sit with him at the hospital. That was
God.
But you could get I could get a chase report and everything done, whole packet, everything done, like an hour, like less than an hour. Yeah.
A lot of these guys don't know shit about what they're enforcing. I did an open carry one time and got told by an officer in Orlando that I was doing illegal. Yeah, that's gonna get somebody hurt.
Yeah, the open carry shit jams a lot of idiots up. Yeah.
Yeah. And I said this on Anti-Hero. Like we said, we can't get cops to understand trespassing. You can't get cops to understand concealed carry.
Yeah.
There are cops right now driving a patrol car in the state of Florida, driving around that still don't know that there's an open carry law that's passed.
Yeah.
And they're going to see somebody with a rifle or a gun, and it's going to be ugly because cops don't fucking pay attention to that stuff that's important.
Yeah.
They're worried about everything else.
We have like we get calls a lot from the citizens, Karen being like, my neighbor's walking to his car with a rifle. We're like, yeah, you can do that.
George, is it open carry?
You can. No, I'm saying, but like, yeah.
Oh, you got to be able to get it in your car.
Yeah, so I'm saying he's like, he has a gun. He has a gun, and he's putting it in his car. He's like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I was supposed to get
Let
it
me
there.
start shooting at you.
Won't fly there.
Yeah.
That's just sad. DA where I lived asked if I want to drop charges, and I told him no. When I get done, Laredo's self-proclaimed hero department will turn comments off Facebook page. I'm here for it, Steve. I want to see it. Always has been. Grab a fishing pole and you're Gucci. Yeah, that's how it was in Florida. We had the law where if you could open carry to and from hunting and fishing.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
guys would grab a fishing pole, like one of those mini fishing poles, and they would say, I'm going fishing. And they would do the auditor trick under the bridges and stuff at the local piers. And can you imagine a profession that has lower standards and accountability? Can you name a profession? Man, Steve's.
Can you name a profession that has lower standards and accountability? Yeah, man. For sure. Yeah.
All right. That information, open carry, needs to be addressed at roll calls. Oh, hold on. My phone is crazy. Yeah, it is addressed at roll calls, but guys don't pay attention. Guys don't read emails. I mean, I would remember like we had captains and lieutenants. I would get an email. They would I called them the forward guys. They would they get an email from the captain. They would just hit forward and they would send it out. And I'd look at it and go, this weekend there's a block party. I'm like, our fucking shift doesn't even work this weekend. And it was just like everything. They just forward. Nobody actually sits down.
It's funny when you have like 3 people in charge of their forward guys because you get the same email 3 times back to back to back.
Yeah, you get it from the captain, the lieutenant, sergeant.
Yeah.
And I love these fucking things, dude.
What was
Tasty Gains, the
Oh, yeah.
18 gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think something like open carry would be like, if I was in charge, which I'll never be, that would be something where I would have a roster and everybody, I would, for my agency liability, I would force, and I would have every officer would have to sit through like a power DMS, which isn't as effective. I would have a briefing and say, everybody, has to sit in this briefing. We got a super chat. Look at this. Okay, super chat time. I said this on you and Tyler's podcast. I can't believe in Chicago, law enforcement wouldn't support each other. Just saying. Yeah, that is treason. I agree with you 100%. They tested us with COVID to see if we would fold and not, comply. And when you start giving orders for one agency to not, this isn't like the county. Well, even then, like you've done it, county city bullshit that goes on at the county line and all that stuff. But I would lose my job. I would lose my job to say I'm not going to not respond to help somebody. Like it's not happening. So very sad. The U.S. Navy lowered standards. The whole fucking military lowered their standards. Any more word on Dearborn Heights, Michigan cop? I don't know about that one. Our sheriff barely addressed it in any river. After all the time he loves to spend in front of the camera, one would think he'd be all over it, especially as much of a conservative he is. I know this guy, he's local. He hates the sheriff as much as I do. They did a very minor press release, very quick. He's turning orange, almost like Donald Trump, the sheriff. And he does this weird thing where he has a camera here and a camera there. And he stays this way, but then it keeps like distractingly switches angles. But he only does pre-recorded stuff. He very rarely talks. Like to me, it's almost like an ad. If I go, like when I play my ad at the beginning of the show and you see me pre-recorded, but if I'm going to buy something like, hey, like Tasty Gains. Yeah, I'm sponsored with Tasty Gains. This is a new Alpha Brain. It's called Nootropic. Take 2 a day. Like if I deliver it to you that way, I think it holds more value. Just like if I were to read you a statement like, all right, guys, today's show we're going to cover, or hey, man, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
He doesn't have the interpersonal skills and the confidence because of a massive affair and everything else he's gone through. He has a lot of trouble getting in front of the camera and talking. But that to me is right. It's something that I would ad lib with some facts, but I would be like, that's something you want everybody to kind of like enjoy. Like, hey, we got an open carry. It's very dangerous. I want to explain it to you as your sheriff. Like that is an important message to get across to your cops and to the community.
Did the slapping thing go away or smacking thing?
No, it didn't. Well, so they doubled. Did we talk that they doubled down and showed it in briefing as the right thing to do? It may have happened the next morning after we talked.
The one they had is the release of like how good of a job they did.
No, so the next day they doubled down the next morning, kind of like they shit on me and showed my video to everybody as what not to do. They doubled down the next morning and went to briefing with the video and told everybody this is the correct way to handle it. WPTV, who is pro sheriff, they suck his ass. They ran it, and I'm going to pull it up. You got to see how they worded this headline. Where did I do it today? Hold on. I did it. Did I? Maybe I still have it. Hold on. Image file. Desktop. Budget. Oh, no. WPTV ran it and said, they ran it as, I got to pull it up. They ran it, the way they worded it was like making it, like I talked about, making it a mental health.
Oh, yeah.
It's worded really, it's worded really. I wish I had help. Because I saw it. It was last week. Hold on, I'll get there. Forgive me for not being prepared for my own show. Well, these things kind of come up. We got to cover them, right? Somewhere in here. There's two about the sheriff's budget. Here we go. This is how they worded it. Share screen. Here we go. Viral video shows mental health crisis, not attack on Indian River County deputy. Body cam reveals. So that's the liberal media, West Palm Beach, friend of the sheriff. He says, hey, make this look okay. Because I saw it came up today on my feed again on another page making fun of it. But that's how they worded it that's the correct way to handle a mental health situation. And then we watched the girl in Hillsborough punch that chick in the fucking mouth.
Oh yeah, dropped her like.
And I love
French,
that's the way you handle it, right there, right?
Yeah.
I bet Steve in real life is worse than Squidward. I can see that. COVID was an IQ test. I agree, it was something like that. I'll be honest. I tried to become a cop in Hawaii, but when they said tomorrow you're getting pepper sprayed and tased, I was out. No, thank you. I got both.
Yeah, OC, man, you can tase me. You can tase me. It's fine. But OC, hard pass, man. Hard pass. That's just terrible.
Hold on one second. Got to pay the bills.
What's up, everybody? So I just want to give a quick shout out to Ghostbed, one of the OG first-time sponsors of the Anti-Hero podcast back in the day. They've been with us since day one. Because they have the widest variety of beds and bedding for the lowest price. I would suggest checking out their patented cooling sheets. They keep you cool on summer nights, especially people that live in hot-ass states like we do in Florida. I speak with the VP on a regular basis. He's become a good friend of mine. We stand by and guarantee ghost bed. So if you're going to replace a mattress in the house, or you're going to redo the sheets because your kids peed on them or your mother-in-law peed in it, whatever it is, go to ghostbed.com/culture and save 10% off the already ridiculously low prices.
All right. The Chicago mayor put out an executive order on ice-free zones. Yeah, they're having sanctuary zones now or whatever. They're not allowed to enforce.
They can't do that.
Oh, by the way, open carry is legal. Thanks, bye. Yep, it is legal now. TMF, it appears you're living in fantasy land. Steve, you act like every cop is acting like MAO. Steve's great. After you upload this video, I will drop a link, and the self-proclaimed heroes will need to watch until the end. So everybody tune in afterwards and make sure you watch. Steve's got some knowledge for you. As a guy looking to apply around the Atlanta metro area departments, obviously Sandy Springs is first choice, but sounds like it's a wait list. So in the meantime, what would be the next best in the area to get experience? GSP or another one?
Depends what kind of experience you want. GSP, you're not going to get experience. GSP, you're going to be pulling cars. You're going to pull cars over. That's it. Your job, your sole day-to-day job is to pull cars over and work traffic accidents, and that's it. You don't respond to calls. You don't go anywhere. You don't do anything. Every once in a while, APD or someone will call and ask because they're chasing a car or whatever. Maybe you get on that. But everything with GSP is traffic or traffic adjacent. That's it. That's all you're going to do for the next 30 years is chase taillights. That's all you're going to do.
And even if you make homicide arrests that month, you better have them seatbelt tickets.
You have to. GSP is also the easiest place to work because all the things you have to do are stupid simple. But if you don't do it, they'll be on your ass, and you'll be like, "That's not even that important. Like, it's important to us. You didn't write enough. You didn't stop enough people on cell phones. You're a trooper. That's what you do." Yeah. Like it's nothing ever changes. It's the same way it was when it started. It'll be the same way in forever. You can go there for a little bit if you want to, and you can take that and go somewhere else because the only good thing about GSP, in my opinion, is the way they teach you to work the road. You're out there by yourself most of the time, and you have to be able to do your job. You have to be knowledgeable in your job, and you have to be self-sufficient, which is going by the wayside in a lot of this stuff like that. Yeah. And GSP will absolutely teach you how to conduct yourself professionally, how to trust yourself that you know what you're doing, and give you the confidence to make a decision. Might not be the right fucking decision, but it's a decision, and you learn more from doing it wrong than doing it right. Yep. Outside of that, GSP is fucking trash. So, but if you want to go and get and understand what policing is, you have to go to a full service agency. So it depends on what you want your career to look like. So yeah. Yep.
WPD is owned by Scripps. Yeah, they're owned by a local media company. That sucks. If any family member pisses in a bed, I paid for it. I love that ad. Jordan, I'm in Cobb. Talk to me about SS.
Shit, man. I mean, watch any of the stuff, how I talk about it. I mean, if you have specific questions, throw them up. I'll answer. But I mean, like just the general rundown I can give you. So let me just type up what you want, what you're curious about, and I'll tell you. But Cobb PD is good too.
People that wear their caps backwards don't need to be telling me anything. I agree, Steve. Jordan, do you know what the Sixth Amendment is?
Nope, I don't.
You don't?
I don't know any of them, man. I know none of them.
Steve,
I know none of them. Steve,
send Steve a shirt. Steve said he'll let me send him a shirt if I put that the.
Oh yeah. You
187 Uvalde self-proclaimed heroes stood by without duty to act. I'll get it, Steve. I just need his address.
Yeah.
GSP does pretty good pitting cars, EVOC training too. I mean, you're very well trained. We're not.
No, you are for sure. You go through but now it's all kind of coming up to it. So I was just down at Gypstick, which is the training center, teaching pit to basic mandate. So even basic mandate gets pit now. Even if your agency doesn't pit or is like absolutely not, we don't chase, we don't do anything, you still get pit when you go through. They increased the basic mandate, the length of like the academy almost to be equal essentially with what GSPs was. GSPs was always the longest because you always have so much more training. But now you get so much more training in basic mandate that is basically the same. It's basically the same. But yeah, GSP, you can chase cars and pit cars. If you're in a place that you actually get to chase cars and pit cars, the way I explain how GSP, where you're going to work, take whatever level of busy the area you work in, like the sheriff's office, blah, 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 and cut that to a quarter. That's what your day is going to be like in the area you work in. So if the area you work in super rural and the cities don't do shit and the sheriff's department don't do shit, you damn sure ain't going to be doing shit because all you're going to be doing is stopping a couple speeders and drinking coffee and sitting on OnlyFans, and that's all you're going to be doing. That's all you're going to be doing. Come to Atlanta. In Atlanta, like I said, you're not nearly as busy. You get to hang out because you do a quarter or less of what the area you work in is. So if you're in a place that never ever chases cars, you're not going to be chasing any cars. So
all right. So let's educate everybody. This is Steve's Education Hour. The Sixth Amendment. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the right of criminal defendants, including the right to a public trial without necessary delay, the right to a lawyer, the right to an impartial jury, and the right to know your accusers and the nature of the charges and evidence against you. So there's your Sixth Amendment. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
All Everybody's up to speed on the Sixth Amendment. We got that covered.
Doing
Okay,
an amendment, do an amendment a week.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is training. This is a hot topic. This is training. My man Colin never showed up, man.
I was looking forward to that.
I sent. Hold on, let me make sure I sent it. I definitely sent it. I don't know which email I sent it from. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Link. Even sent it from my personal email. Oh well, I tried.
Maybe next week.
Yep.
What's where we'll be.
What's your opinion on the sheriff who takes cruises with a guy who owns a local news agency? Guy recently got an exclusive on a story before any legit local news agencies. Good luck or not? He's talking about our guy. I just saw the pictures of the cruise.
Anytime any public figure has a personal relationship with anyone in a higher position, as far as, you know, corporate or political or like that, it can be, if you're the sheriff, you're gonna have you know, relationships, and with people like that's kind of how it goes. But you gotta look, you gotta understand what the look is. If you're going, like I said, if you go in with an agency, not like it matters, but you're going with an agency who just says nothing but good stuff about you, and then you're like paying for cruises and shit, you know, whatever.
Let me tell you something. That dude never had to face that music.
That dude being who?
The sheriff of Indian River County, Eric Flowers, never had to face the music of the band he played. He stood on a baseball field, swore everybody in a massive ceremony, and said that the oath of the swear-in is equal to the oath of your marriage, and said everybody, if he would fire anybody who had an affair. He had an affair. And,
what was he like when he worked the road?
He didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, he worked the road, and me and him went to dope together a year after I got there, and he was major of pencils and pens and erasers the rest of his career. He got fast tracked through the system, got his degree on duty, drove to Orlando and worked hard to go to UCF and get his master's degree. Did no police work after 2005. He was in dope 2006 to 9 or 10, 11 with me, but he was like a tech guy, undercover guy, pens and papers, whistles, you know, in charge of whistles and stuff. And so he never went back. He was never a patrol sergeant, never a patrol lieutenant. He never was a captain. He skipped captain, got right to major, and then was groomed for multiple years to be the sheriff. So he never faced that music. So he made those statements, and then he never, because of his relationship with the press, where I was going with this is he never got held to the fire. Like if you were in a place like an anti-police place like California where they don't like the cops and the news will follow you around and throw the microphone in your face, he never had to stand at a podium and explain to everybody why he lied and didn't hold himself to the same accountability that he held everybody else to or expected everybody else to. So that's one of my biggest knock. Coward. He's a coward. He apologized and he did it again. He apologized for the affair. And I'll tell you, I'm actually the mistress's ex-husband. I caught more flack than the sheriff did because I was his best friend and best man. I got approached on 2 different occasions by her ex-husband and screamed at in a sub shop one time, and then on a call for service another time. Since we've become very good friends, and I understand that, you know, guy was banging his wife. He was pretty upset.
Yeah.
But I caught the brunt of that as his friend. And then I caught the, oh, you're buddies with that cheater. You're buddies with this guy. And I fucking went out on a limb. And you know what I did? A lot of times, I don't think I've ever even told anybody about the sandwich shop thing. I didn't tell him those things happened to not stress him out further. Point being is, this guy hides behind the sheriff badge and the position, and he only talks when he has to. And he's not very engaged. He's terrible spoken. But he never faced that music. He got local reporters that went after him, but you know, everybody just chalked it up to a grudge. This local guy's got a grudge against him, so he writes bad stories about him. And they kind of ran it like it was a tabloid. Everything.
Was he always? Did his career get worse, or was he always shit? Was he ever good? Like honestly, did he ever?
When he took over, he put the go-getters around him, and we brought Pitt in. I'll give him credit. He brought Pitt in. Yeah. He brought Vid in. He brought Beards. He brought Class C, like outer carriers. He brought new units, and he put a lot of people in the right places. But anytime a challenge came his way,
Yeah.
he folds.
Yeah.
And there was a retirement party where one of the captains that was a SWAT commander, good dude, retired, got extremely intoxicated and decided he was going to tell everybody he was going to run for sheriff against the sheriff. And it was like the worst possible scenario on earth. It was a big party at this place and everybody was there. This guy said that, this guy said, and it was the turning point for many, many careers, including mine. And it became like a gossip fest and who said what. And I got called like 8 o'clock the next morning. Sheriff called me 8 o'clock next morning. I'll never forget. I was working an overtime detail at it's called McKee Gardens, Botanical Gardens, screaming at me. I still have the text messages. I kept everything. The apology text message after he called screaming at me. Who the fuck said what? These fucking guys, this guy said what? And I'm like, hey man. And I told him what happened. But that was the opening and opportunity for the yes men circle, the everything is okay circle, to penetrate the hard charging guys. And they're like, hey man, that guy's part of them SWAT guys. He turned his back on you. He says he's running for sheriff. And all them soft ass dudes weaseled in, got around him and filled his brain with the whatever fucking mush is coming out of it now is what they filled his brain with. And he turned into a complete ridiculous human being. Yeah. Had fun. Your thoughts on Sheriff Chad Bianco running for California governor? I don't know him. And if he's a Democrat he's a Republican, probably he's not going to win. It's hard out there. Did y'all sit down and read the Constitution before taking oath? Kind of. Shout out to being from Pennsylvania. Another Pennsylvania.
Hey, Peter.
How many self-proclaimed heroes do you know that actually read and understand the Constitution before taking an oath to it? That's a good point. I guess sometimes Steve's on it sometimes, but what's this? California Republicans suck too. Yeah, there's some. I feel bad. That's a state I really feel bad for. Like you're fucked. There's some really good people in California, really good Republican counties and people, but dude, you got 4 or 5 cities that control the entire. It's like New York.
Yeah.
Or like where'd I go? What was it? Virginia. Virginia went blue, right? West Virginia was red. Virginia was blue. We went somewhere up there, and I'm like driving through these like middle of nowhere. I'm like, these people are fucking Democrats, man. Like they're all out here. It's like, you know, there's big, you know, God and crosses and all that stuff, and it's like these poor people.
Yeah,
man.
if you ride around Georgia, right around Georgia, like there's no like if you look at the map for elections, it's like red the whole, and like you have to zoom in, and there's like 5 counties out of 100. What do we have? 147 counties that are blue.
Yeah, it's bad. I just saw a funny joke, and I don't know if I should show it.
If your gut's saying don't fucking do it.
Well, here, I'll show it. It's a pretty stupid headline that somebody decided to football headline. It doesn't read very good. The caption says, it's NFL memes. Giants 0-3, Jets 0-3. This is the worst September in New York history. And then it says, I can name September that's
significantly worse. Yeah.
Significantly worse. Like I don't think people sometimes think before they hit those headlines.
I was down teaching, and there's so many children going through, and it's funny to realize like a lot of them, you know, they've never experienced September 11th. They don't.
It's crazy now, right? How old we are?
About it. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Just like we didn't land on the moon. There's a conspiracy about everything. 9/11 conspiracy, the Charlie Kirk conspiracy thing it's still running wild.
Yeah.
That the shot couldn't have been taken and it came from a different angle. And man, sometimes I'm like, I get down those rabbit holes sometimes, man.
Hard to come back.
Yes. Guys, enjoyed watching your channel, but I have to go for now. Steve, we always appreciate it. If you ever do decide to send me your address, I promise you I have a Self-Proclaimed Heroes shirt for you. That wraps it up. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on the Anti-Hero Podcast, YouTube, Thursday nights for the boys. I'll be live with Tyler and Jimmy. And we have a guest tomorrow night. And then Friday night, open mic. Every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. You know we're here for Hot Topic. We appreciate it, guys. Tuning in. We appreciate the super chats. We appreciate the engagement. You guys take care, and thank you for joining in.
after my arm right here? What's that say? It says the not fucking around crew. That's what that says.